你什么时候回来啊？
放心，我很快了。
This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer to Reaction. As usual, I hope everyone had a great weekend. And I should also remind you that while I'm not a superstitious person, last Friday was Friday the 13th, which started off in not so great a manner, so maybe I ought to pay more attention to those so-called superstitions. In any case, what I'm looking at today is the official trailer for the Chinese remake of The Shallows. And you might be wondering, what is The Shallows? It is, if I recall, a 2016 film, which I've seen, starring Blake Lively. In the movie, she's a surfer, and she manages to get herself caught on a rock while there's a shark in the water trying to get her. As I said, I have seen this movie, and what bothered me about it is that while well acted and well shot, Blake Lively is gorgeous. And it never quite worked for me because she is gorgeous. This is like in the case of her husband, Ryan Reynolds, in the Amityville Horror remake. He is a gorgeous man. And in that movie, he felt out of place because he wandered around a lot with his shirt off. And he was just so well built in that movie, it was distracting to watch. Because no matter what horrible thing happened in the movie, there's Ryan Reynolds without a shirt. It's like, WTF, this is not working. He looks too good for the role. And the same thing, I would argue, applies for Blake Lively in The Shallows. She looks too good for the role. She always looks gorgeous. No matter how they try to make her look like the experience is a harrowing one and that she is just being put through the ringer, she looks gorgeous. So it didn't work for me. In pretty much the same way that the remake of the Amityville Horror didn't work for me. Though why the Chinese would have remade this movie, which the original wasn't bad, it just wasn't worth remaking. It's fairly middling as far as movies go. So why they remade this, I have no idea. And I don't even know what they can really bring to it, that if they stick along the same lines as it, would make it worth seeing. In any case, let's look at the Chinese remake for The Shallows.
你什么时候回来啊？
放心，我很快了。我怎么会在这里？有一次，我出不去了。
Well, that was the Chinese trailer for The Shallows. I should say the remake of The Shallows. And it looks like pure schlock. Now, keep in mind, the movie may not be, but that trailer was pure schlock. Instead of one shark, there are 4 sharks at one point. It looks ridiculous. The CGI shark looks like a CGI shark. I don't recall the shark from the original, but I don't recall it irritating me, so I guess it was pretty decent. Though these sharks look fake. Almost on a Sharknado level fake. That being said, if they're aiming for schlock, that's a worthy goal because, as I said, I thought the original movie was fairly middling, not terrible by any stretch, but not great either. Though if they're aiming for schlock, I think that this is the right approach to take for this remake. And if they tweak that premise in a way that makes it more enjoyable, I can't complain about it. So what do you think? This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer to Reaction. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down below. And as usual, consider a like, follow, or buy me a coffee. Peace.